act bigger than you are. Because I was looking at some very successful companies, including an advertising and marketing firm headquartered in São Paulo, Brazil, that is on its way from being 18th largest in the world. It wants to get much bigger, but they already act bigger because they partnered with President Clinton and his global initiative. They jumped in to be a sponsor, even though they're so much smaller than the companies who are generally part of that, but they got bigger, joined the networks, and that's bringing all kinds of advantages. So winners get that advantage. And finally, my last why winning is better than losing is not just, you know, we all like to win, but the other thing is, when you're perceived as being able to execute on things reliably, and you know, like I said before, you have to start winning somehow, even in a tough economy. You win by doing achievable projects where you can show some tangible results, even if they're small. And they might be something for your community. But you show what your skill is, and like McKinsey, you may offer it for free first. You know, that's a little self-limiting, right? We don't do that too long. But if you can show something positive and tangible, then you get more self-determination and continuity. Everybody leaves you alone. I mean, say you're working for the division of a big company, because I know there are many of you here who are also part of subsidiaries of large companies, although I understand that most of you are entrepreneurs in smaller entities. But if you're part of something larger, you don't want them to come and audit you every other minute. You want to be left alone to do your work. Because winners only keep winning if they can execute on their strategy, not if they're always interrupted by people who want to come and audit them, more reporting, more reviews, or people who come and want to help them, heaven forbid. So what winners get as an advantage is that they get left alone long enough to execute on a strategy and pick their own successors. That's really important. I mean, you look at the difference right now in the world between, say, IBM, which just had a leadership transition, and Hewlett-Packard, a company that for a long time was highly admired, an icon in the industry because of its values, the HP way, and then it lost its way. And HP has had a succession of failed CEOs. Now Meg Whitman is there. I do like female role models. Meg Whitman is there, and she's saying, you know, the turnaround is going to be a lot harder. Well, she came in after this parade of failed CEOs, because you start losing, they keep throwing out the managers, you can't execute on a strategy, and so the company has lurched from strategy to strategy. Is it PC? Is it printers? Is it going to be software, which the last CEO said, oh, we're going to get into software and we're going to sell the PC business? Which is it? Well, for a company to succeed, there has to be focus and consistency, and it's easier when you're a winner. So IBM had plenty of time to groom a successor. It was well known when Sam Palmisano would step out. He succeeded Lou Gerstner in a very smooth way. And Virginia Rometty is now the CEO. I know her. I think she's fantastic. And that was a slow, steady, smooth, consistent transition, because there aren't people out there calling for their heads, because they're winners.